All right, what's up? Might have to turn down the volume a little bit, but yeah, how's it going? Yeah, we're back at it again today. Um, this is what we have so far. I made a sun, and I also made a moon over there. I'm trying to do some type of day and night cycle. I still need to fix it. Right now, I can't move correctly after I go into the pause menu for whatever fucking reason. Our state machine gets fucked up or something. I gotta fix that. But yeah, we have this sun. There's an animation on it that's making it move across the sky. I added in these mushrooms. We gotta add some trees in. And I think I'm gonna manually place the trees, frankly. I think that's a better idea. We'll probably still do it with a multi-mesh instance, but I'm gonna like manually place them at areas that I think they should be at. I think that'll be the way to go. Let me exit out and return. I'm gonna exit game, and we'll just rerun it real quick so I can actually walk around and move around and shit. So we need to... I've been working on the first quest, and essentially what I'm going to do is have you go and find some potion stuff for this guy over here. He's going to be like our potions master guy. We're going to have him do some dialogue where we're going to say, like, I need a potion, go find me these plants, and then I have these plants in another stage. And then we're going to fight a few of these guys. I think they're going to be the owners of the town over here. I don't think I have collision. I need to find a way to turn off collision. But there's a town over there. Let's just fucking walk. Oh, I have a run state. Awesome. So I can run. I need to turn my run up so it goes faster. But yeah, the idea is that we would come over here after, you know, learning about the place or something. Just learn our basic attacks or whatever. We would come up here, and we would use this teleporter to get over there. But since we don't have any collision on this and we don't have a teleporter working yet, I'm just going to, I think, jump, and I think I can make it across here or something. Or I think there's one wall that has no collision. Yeah. So I have a blender scene called Little House, and what I'm going to do is put the goat demon floating head pentagram guy in here. There's going to be like 3 flowers over here, and he's going to be like, you know, find these 3 flowers, and he's going to give you a description of where they're at. I have a journal scene made, so I'm trying to do the quest just like the journal in Morrowind. So yeah, it'll be like, you know, the plants. What happened to the game with the cars? With the cars. Oh, the one I was making for the Kiwi Farms Game Jam. The Gonzalo Lira game. I just ended up... I kind of lost enthusiasm for that project, frankly. And then I just ran out of time to finish it for the Kiwi Farms entry. So I was like, ah, fuck, I just don't have time. And plus I want to do something that I can actually sell. And there's no way I could have sold that Gonzalo Lira Escape from Ukraine. That would have been like unsellable on Steam. People would have hated that. But this one right here, we're just going to make a nice family-friendly game about killing demons in a ancient castle. You know, basic shit. So... but yeah, I would say, like, if I had had more enthusiasm for the project, I would have finished it. I just, like, I've made a bunch of first-person shooters at this point, and I was kind of like, I really just don't feel like building these mechanics out again one more time without trying to sell this or make any profit, so... Sammy2609, thank you for commenting every time. You're my favorite bot. Do we have collision here? We do have collision. Nice. Although we have some fucked up shit going on there, but that should be fine. We gotta cover it with pillars or something. Let me change this music really quickly. I gotta put on something more chill and not this retard shit. Nufi. All right. There we go. So it's just a barely audible cackling hum for you guys. How's it going? It's going pretty good. Jabali Jihad. Jihad. Sorry if I mispronounced your name, but yeah, it's going pretty good. Oh shit, we exited game. But yeah, I guess I should actually start working. So let me just open up Blender as well. So this is the little house scene. These are the 3 types of plants that we want to like bring in. We're going to be looking for these. We got this like eyeball cactus. We have this leg plant, and then the baby face plant is what I'm calling them. Yeah, so we're gonna bring these into Godot, which I think I've already done, and then I'm going to like add collision shapes on them so the player can interact. We're gonna have to push a raycast out of our face a few feet. How's it going, Kibble Bits? I was wondering where you were, dude. I didn't see you for a few days, but then I wasn't streaming anywhere. Yeah, but cool. I think yeah. So I got these things in Godot. I got a fucking somebody called it a Teletubby ass looking sun, and I kind of have to agree. I got this sun over here, and we're gonna make it have like facial expressions and shit. I think it's very unsettling. It's like the moon in Majora's Mask. It's one of my favorite things. Very creepy. We got this guy walking around. Let's see, where the fuck was I going? So we got to put the plants in here. I'm just gonna exit the game. Tired of streaming to 0? Let's change that. Only at neznaha.com. That sounds very reputable. Thank you, Lawless Wonder. I can't get good reception. Oh, it's pronounced differently. Okay. Alright. So, what are we going to do here? I got these mushroom trees. The water looks really fucked up in that one place. We got to fix that. I should open up my Sublime Text editor. And, okay, we got to make the castle area flatter. We're going to make a new shaman area. We got to fix the magic system. Mushroom trees, we did that. We got these boulders I want to put in. Day-night cycle. Quest-wise, make the... what the fuck do you call them? Make the plants have collision... collision and sheet. Alright. Let me just start fucking working on that. I know I have the plants somewhere. Let's go... what are we going to call this one? Call it leg plant. Leg plant. We're going to bring in the GLB. I'm pretty sure I called it leg plant, right? Yes, there we go. So we'll bring that in. We're going to make it local. We'll get rid of that. And we'll just take off. Can I just transform all of these to 0? Is that going to make everything go back to 0? Alright. The girl mesh, we'll bring that. Yeah, okay, cool. Or no, it's going to be all fucked up. Damn. We'll just move the whole thing together then. It's supposed to be on the fucking center. There we go. Good enough. So, yeah, we got this one. I had an inspiration from... let me see if I can bring it up. This one was actually drawn in a lot of fucking alchemy books. Where am I going? Here. Inspiration for game. Nice. So yeah, we had stuff like this. We're trying to go with this type of art style. We had like beets with faces on them. That's where like the baby face plant came from. A lot of people drew these. There's like a bunch of these. That's like a some type of magic leg plants, and then we're gonna do some faces like that, like floating spirits and shit. And then some magic Jewish worms that shoot laser beams in the rocks to trick God into thinking they didn't use steel on the Sabbath or some shit. Interesting stuff, but we gotta bring this back to Dead Zero. Cool. Can I just get it a little bit closer? Maybe I'll just zero it in Blender real quick. That's what I'm gonna fucking do. If I change everything on here, I grab everything and I go Control A. I guess I could do, if I do location, right? I should do all transforms. Fuck it. We'll do all transforms, and then we're gonna export it and see what the fuck happens. Well, no, because then it will be off. It'll be off the axis. So if I want it to be the only thing, I'm gonna have to go here and go Alt G. Well, we cleared location. I guess it'll be easier to do it in Blender and then fucking export it. Since it's going to be on the ground. I didn't think about it since it was in the plant and all that shit. It's got to be like that. And then we're going to export that. Export GLTF and do included selected objects. And then we got to go to Kingdom of Fate. Plants. I'm going to have to make another singleton for this shit too. We're going to go leg plants and export. And then we're going to re-import it in that Godot scene. I think we're just going to delete all this. And then we'll go here and say leg plant. Oh, perfect. Yeah, just what I fucking wanted. Thank you. Thank you, Blender. You didn't fuck that up at all. Let me apply all transforms there. Then we'll export again. Oh, shit. There we go. Alright, let's try exporting that. File. GLTF. Leg plant. Export. Yeah, there we fucking go. It's all in one fucking place. There we go. I'm not retarded. 100% not retarded. What is the ghost about? How does the day and night cycle work? So right now there's really no cycle. I just took the sun and I put it on an animation player and I put it on 6,000 seconds and I just have it move around the sky. And I put a directional light on it that's like blasting. So it just kind of like blasts the light over and it's like recalculating the shadows every time. So ChatGPT said it should be fine, so I'm not worrying about it. But what's this game about? This game is about you're going to be a friar basically sent in to take out some type of demon in this like temple, monastery, whatever the fuck it is. It's going to be like Morrowind type looking shit, and you got to go through here and kill a bunch of demons. And yeah, that's going to be the game. So kind of like RPG. But you know, it's going to be like maybe like a max like 3-hour experience. It's going to be very quick. Like I'm just trying to make it, you know, kind of like a very fast playthrough. Maybe 5 hours. I don't fucking know. We probably won't have like a ton of content. It's just going to be like 5 or 6 quests that you got to follow. It's basically to demonstrate that I can code all this shit and do it. So, and I have the journal. Let me pull that up real quick because it looks kind of cool. Journal entry. So here's our, we're going to have this as our journal quest system. So when you press the J to look at your journal, this is what's going to pop up. It'll be pretty sick, dude. I'm going to try and make it just like Morrowind, where you can like click on the things in between. Because I'll just I'll just load it all as text, and then where I find those words that I want to put, like 3 plants or whatever, and you click on it and it gives you a more detailed description, we'll just highlight those words and put a box over them on the 2D, so you can just click on them, or we'll just hover over it and it'll be a some type of tooltip or some shit. That's what I'm actually pretty excited to code this. This looks fun to code because like I haven't done anything like that before, but we'll probably fuck it up. So here what we need to do is add some shit. Let's go. We'll probably ruin it with our bad attitude. That's probably what we'll do. We need a collision shape, and we also need some type of area. Probably an area, right? Yeah. Area 3D. Yeah, we'll put this here. With voice acting like the FPS tutorial. Yeah, it'll probably be me voice acting everything. I'm going to voice act 100% of everyone. Even the women. It's going to be great. Did I do anything with your submission yet? I have opened it in Blender, and I've like been messing around with it and like adding some animations, but I haven't like showed it off on stream yet. No. I like it. I'm just adding some. I'm adding some like horns to the front of it, like bones, and then I'm gonna mess around with the textures a little bit. But the shape of it's really cool. So I probably am gonna include that because I needed some more enemies. If you're cool with it. But yeah, I'm gonna call this plant area. Plant area 3D. Oh, just call it fucking plant area. It doesn't matter. And I don't even think we need to have anything on here. We just need to be able to collide with this. I'm going to make it green because it's a plant, and that makes sense in my mind. Go up here. Damn, I ran out of, what do you call it? Coca-Cola. I ran out of Diet Coke today. We'll save this as, I think we have a plant somewhere. Plants. And I'm gonna do a new folder and call this, what do I want to call it? Actually, I don't. We're gonna save it here. It'll be fine. We can always differentiate because one will be a GLB and the other will be a TSCN. You can set up Bark AI with Google Colab. I do have, like, I have a local AI voice thing, so I can generate text from voices locally on my own computer. It's just not very good. I'm trying to add more voices into it. I'm just having a lot of time having a rough time understanding all that shit, and I just don't have time to fuck with it and fuck with this project. So I probably will use some type of external service. I have had a lot of good experience with AI, like generation tools online. A lot of them will let you do a lot of free shit. Like, a lot of them will let you do like 150 words a day. So it's like if I just do it over the course of like 2 weeks, I have my whole thing for free. Oh, not like the typical TTS. Okay. All right. So what am I trying to do? We got the leg plants. We're gonna have to put a few of these in. Basically, our character is gonna have to shoot a ray cast from his face. We have a. I think we have like a ray cast coming from here. That's our spell cast, but I'm gonna add another one called our. What do you think we should call this? Like item cast? I think I'm gonna call it item cast because what we're gonna use to pick up items, or we'll just call it hands. Ray cast, and we're gonna call this hands or reach. Oh, they have like, okay, yeah. I did try. I was trying to take Ralph's voice. Hold on, I have. Well, I'll show it off later, but I probably shouldn't show it off at all. I have like Ralph, Ethan Ralph, and he's doing his kill stream, and I recorded a bunch of his voice clips. And then I went him through the AI, and I'm like at the final process where I almost have his voice, but it just won't. It keeps fucking erroring. I don't know what the fucking error is. But I almost have it where I can make like Ralph say whatever the fuck I want with his voice. And I had to go through and get like hours of him, and I flipped them all. And then I had AI go through and like look through the footage. I mean, look through the sound clips and like extract the shit from there. The tensors. I got the tensors. I have Ralph's voice tensors. Okay. Because I'm a fucking schizo. But yeah. All right, we got the leg plant. Let's grab the cactus. Cactus. Seeing cactus. TSCNs. There's like eyes coming out of it. Looks kind of cool. We have to add. We're gonna add some type of what the fuck you call it? Area 3D, and we're gonna add a collision shape onto that. Probably just make it a cylinder, and we'll add the green plant overlay because we're very intelligent here. We're gonna bring this shit up and put it like that. Should be good enough. Yeah, we'll call this seeing cactus area. Yeah. Dude, one of the funniest things that I ever thought of in my head, and I want to make this animation, is when Ralph when Ralph went to Cozy, and he was having that beef with Mr. Medicare. Like I wanted to do Ralph as Kratos, just like looking up to the sky, and he's like, "Smite my enemies, and my life is yours, Nick." And then Nick is Ares, being like, "Okay, you can have a spot on Cozy." Just like the lowest stakes ever. Because Ralph was going so over the top and being like, "God owes me your death, Medicare." That was one of the greatest Ralph arcs ever. And one of his greatest quotes, "God owes me your death." Alright, let's open up the baby face. Oh no. I think I brought in too much. We brought in the whole thing. Alright, let's get rid of this. Make that local. We might have to just delete Lil House. Lil House on the Prairie. We'll bring this over here. I might have to... Is that a meat monster? It's supposed to be a seeing cactus, so that's like a plant. There's supposed to be eyeballs on it. And I'm going to add some like sticking pines or whatever. Some like bony looking shits to stick off it. We also have to add some type of like a sprite 3D. Can we add a label 3D? Yeah, we're going to add a label 3D. And when you get in range of this, I guess when we have our raycast hit it, we'll just turn this on. So it'll say like seeing cactus, just like Morrowind. Just like Morrowind, just like my Japanese animes. Seeing cactus. If I die on this show, I will have lived. Yeah, that was another great Ralph quote. Damn, what a hero, dude. Dude, I wore that. I wore my Serene Sunrise shirt around in public the other day, and I think I just gave off the aura of a fucking lunatic because people were looking at me. I guess just having me looking pissed off all day with my bald ass head, walking around with that shirt, people just think I'm like mad at the world or something. I did get angry at the fucking. I went to Verizon to get a new phone, and it took like 4 fucking hours, and they asked me every question, and I'm like, listen. I don't want to buy no fucking brand new screen phone protector. I don't want anything else in the deal. Just sell me the new fucking phone. Charge me so I can get the fuck out of the store. I've been here 2 hours. I need to get on up the fucking road, dude. And I realized every time I interact with customer service people, I'm rude to them. Which is base. We're going to call this... what do we call it? We'll just call it title label. Seeing cactus. Okay. So why don't we fucking add... Do we need a script on here? I think we do. Yeah. Create. We'll do this. Oh, that's right. We got VS Code. Node area entered. Yeah, area entered. Connect. Yeah, let's connect it here. What do we fucking want? This is the part that I hate, is that it, so, download update later. Wrong project. Connected. We're connected now? Alright, let me try adding that again and see if it adds my thing in here. Disconnect. Area entered. Connect. Connect. So if I go here, no, it doesn't make the fucking thing for me. What am I gonna do if it doesn't make the code for me? Am I gonna have to type it out myself? Like a fucking, like a man? Oh god, I'll have to do it myself. Alright. Can I copy this? Go to method. Oh, you can't because it's not copied, is it? You fuck. The world is small. I guarantee that someone might recognize that shirt. Yeah. On seeing cactus area. Great. Oh, well, I forgot why I wanted to even use this, so now I can do this shit. There we go. But now it's all fucked. Now I have to bring this back over here. Did Godot 4.5 fix any of this where I can actually use Godot in a usable way without having to, like, fiddle around with it like this? Like a fucking mongoloid. On seeing cactus area entered, I think. Area prints. We done got hit by area. There we go. Did I spell everything correctly? Area entered. E-T. Yes, I did. I'm a very smart person. There we go. Yeah, I guess I gotta try Godot 4.5. I don't know. I've seen that that come out recently. Dude, you know what's crazy is my brother, before Ethan Ralph was doxxed, my brother was walking down the street one day and he saw someone like that. And then like a week later, Ralph was doxxed and he was like, wait a minute. I think I saw that fucking guy. And I was like, I think I might have seen someone like that too. I'm like, we lived in this area, like where he would be. And my brother was like, I'm sure I've seen him coming out of a fucking vape shop before. And I was like, I think, you know, it's possible. Walked right past him and didn't even know. Didn't even know how close I was to greatness. So I gotta slam some fucking coffee. Oh. Alright, for fuck's sake. We got this shit. We're gonna go into it. Is this gonna detect if we hit a raycast? I have no fucking idea. But we gotta finish that raycast on the player as well. We go back to the player. We have the reach. Let's see what happens. Environment. We're not going to want to collide with the environment. We're not going to collide with the player. We're actually going to be... We're going to need an enemy raycast. We're going to need to make a new thing. Where is the bastard? 3D physics. We're going to have to say... We should have made this one more closer to the top, but it don't make a fuck. Player raycast. We should probably do an enemy raycast as well, because they're going to be able to steal our shit. I don't know. I want to make the enemies like somewhat smart. Yeah, I know about the vape of failures where he put it in his gunt. He hit it in the gunt and he is sconed with it. And then later on, he pulled it out and was like, and fired it up. And then I think the tale is that Failure was hanging out with Andy, and he was like, "That's my fucking vape." That's the lore as I know it from the Gunt vape. I believe that was very close to the saga where he got the trash burger. The trash burger was also in that. Alright, so what we're going to have to do on our player is we're going to have to make a new function, and we're going to call it basically interact. So let me close some of these. Physics tick, movement, allow attack. So we have things like this that allow attack. What we're going to do is do one that says allow allow interact, and if we can interact with stuff like we're not in combat or whatever, then we can click E. Well, actually, I guess you can pretty much interact whenever in Morrowind, right? As long as you're not in a pause menu, you can always pick up shit. I just need all of these to be closed so I'm not losing my fucking mind all the time. Alright, you can see just how much ChatGPT has contributed to my project right here. Alright, I'm going to do it somewhere in here. So let's go 1, 2, 3, and we'll say, just to keep in with the, we're gonna submit to our overlords here and do what ChatGPT has taught us. Have these little breaks right here. I'm also stalling because I don't know what the fuck to type. So what are we even fucking doing? We're allow interactions, allowing interactions, NPCs / items in world. Func allow interact, and I don't think we need to pass anything in, right? We're just going to check if our raycast, say check if our hand raycast is colliding, and if so, respond appropriately. I'm actually going to move this kind of like up here. You know, that gives a good description of what we do. So we're just going to get our player raycast. I'm probably going to get it as an on-ready var. I think that's a good, since we've been getting everything else up there. On-ready, on-ready var. What are we going to do here? It's going to be our hands. I watched too much Turkey Tom, and the last one I watched was the where he referenced the Mr. Hands guy. And the Douglas Fink guy, and like that was fucking horrific. I forgot how bad that was when I watched like the Medicare videos back in the day. I'm glad the feds found that guy and arrested him. So what is this? This is going to be head / hands basically. Right? Because it's going to be are you not connected to the fucking project? What the fuck, man? It's gonna be... Oh, it's called reach, not hands. That's why. That makes more sense. We'll call it reach. Like Halo Reach. Yeah, I like the term reach better. Why is it still not coming up? It's very annoying. Normally it would like come up. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like it auto prompts it. I think it's saying that I'm connected to the Godot project, so I don't understand why it's not doing that. But yeah, let me do this. We'll just copy node path and then we'll plug that in here. That's very frustrating. Very frustrating. I'm gonna go buy a gun and blast my computer animation player have curves now in 4.5. Oh, wonderful. Yeah. I love using the animation player in Godot. It's my favorite. That is pretty cool, though. So I think we're going to call this reach in here, too. Yeah. Yeah, it is. What are we doing? Allow interact. So we'll say if reach dot is colliding, then we'll say I think get collider, and we're just going to print it. Get collider, and we'll add the colliders to groups, or we'll base it off the collision layer or whatever. We'll probably add it to groups. That'll probably be the best way to do it. We're basically going to check group and then match statement respond appropriately. Yeah, but for now I'm just going to print the collider and make sure this shit works. So print get collider. Because it's probably going to take me a little bit to figure out how big this thing needs to be. Here is what we are interacting with. It's kind of hard to know how far out to shoot the raycast, where it doesn't feel like you can reach into eternity, or it doesn't feel like you're, you know, like right here trying to like pick shit up like a fucking T-Rex. You know, dude, that would be funny. I'll add a skill called reach, and you start off with arms like this, little pig hoofs, and then like throughout the game, you just finally move your arms out. Like you just had like the hardest workout of your life yesterday, and you're finally able to move your arms back out. That'd be really fucking funny. We're not gonna do that though, because that's fucking stupid. Cool. So if we are colliding, then we'll print what we're colliding with, and we have to allow interact. We're going to have some type of interact thing in the input. Maybe we should, if we don't want to do it here, try attack. Let's see, how does this function work? If not, can attack. So I'm thinking let's look at our physics tick. Allow movement. Move and slide. Okay. Yeah, so we're gonna have to add allow interact here, and we don't need to pass in delta or anything. We're just going to put that in there. If we're in the attack state, we can't be doing it. If we're in the backstep state, we can't be doing it, because this is only when we're actually swinging. So that'll be nice. So we can actually kind of do stuff like allow, you know, switch weapons, allow stuff like that. And just like in Morrowind, this will say like, we'll just have to put a little message on the screen that says like, can't switch weapons while attacking. Like, stop swinging your weapon before you equip the other one, you fucking retard. I think that'll be the actual message we display. I want to abuse the player a little bit, so. Allow interact, nice. So that should work. We just need to say if input dot is, I think we need a big I. Big I if, for the big internet, if input dot is action just pressed. Oh, now you give me autocomplete, you fuck. Interact. I think we already have that one, right? Let's go to project settings. Let's go to input map. Do we have E to interact? Add new action. Interact. Add it. We'll go here and press, I guess spacebar, right? E is actually to jump in Morrowind, so we need to change that. We're going to go spacebar. And then for jump, we're going to change Where is... we're going to add new action. Jump. And we're going to put that for the E button. All right, let's close that, and we're gonna have to fix some of this. So when we allow movement, our jump is right now based off of, where's our... If we press jump, then we can jump. There we go. Cool. Cool. Nice. Put that there. We gotta move this shit over. If reach dot is colliding, we print the collider, and we'll put in a match statement here once we know this actually collides with shit. So let's go back to our Godot, and we got to make sure they're all on the same collision layer. So let's go to the leg plants. Let's grab the plant area. Do we have an items collision layer? Let's go to project settings, and general, layer 10. Let's go to items. Actually, I'm going to put it on plants specifically. I think since we have so many layers open, I think we have enough to put like plants and, you know, items. We'll probably have one for weapons or something, if I can spell it correctly. I don't know. We'll probably come up with more shit like shrines or whatever, but I think it's good to differentiate as much as possible for now since we have so many of these open. So let's do that. Let's put the plant area. So we are the... what is this? We are the plants, and we only collide with the player raycast, right? Player raycast, cool. We gotta do the same for the seeing cactus. We are the plants, and we collide with the player raycast. There we go. How's it going? Oh, Iren Olsoy, what's up? Nothing much. We're working on this game. I'm just gonna show it off again real quick for anyone who's just kind of joining in or whatever. Get collider not found in base self. Oh no. Yeah, that would make sense. We gotta say reach dot get collider. It looks like, I don't know, the bots are gone. I was having bots show up on my stream that would be like, it would say I'd have like 100 people watching, and I would be like, well, there's definitely not 100 people because the chat's moving super slow. It was very weird, so I don't know. But yeah, we have this right here. It's a Morrowind type game, built in Godot. Here's the frame rate right now. We're at like 98 FPS. We're running that with VSync off. If I run it with OBS, it's about double. Without OBS on, without streaming, it's about double what it is right now. And you can see it's like moving the shadows around. We don't have it like baked in right now. It's actually doing the real-time shadows and shit, which ChatGPT has told me as long as I keep everything okay, I think I should be able to do that real-time shadows on this. I think I am going to change how the light is coming through though, because it's like right now I have the light attached to the sun, so it's moving around too much. I think it's just really annoying. I think we need much more gradual changes in the light, whereas the sun needs to be moving a little bit faster. So every day and night cycle, I'm trying to make like an hour, or we're either going to do it that way, or I'm going to have it be that it just progresses as the quests progress, which will probably be the easier way to do it. I don't know, but I think it looks fucking cool. And then we have the moon over there. I think the moon is going to be like, you know, more over in this area. We'll have the sun more over there or whatever. Our enemy is very bare bones right now. He can walk around looking for these areas that we have, and if he spots us, he'll come and attack us. And he can do damage to us, so we're dead right now, and we can't move at all. Our state is dead, and he just stands there triumphantly. Yeah, but we're trying to make a quest for this guy, that guy over there. He's like our potions master guy. We're going to be going into a town full of those blemmy guys, those blue ones with the chest face. We're going to be raiding all their plants to bring this guy back potions, and then once we have the potions, we can give it to him and go through the gate or get past the magic spell or whatever. We just got to come up with some MacGuffin to keep going. But yeah, basically you are some type of friar, and you're supposed to cleanse this temple of all the demonic spirits. It's going to be a gothic adventure, going to be pretty badass, with Morrowind mechanics. That's what we're going for. And it's slimmed down. We're not having like all those fucking skills. You have like 2 or 3 skills, not all those crazy ones. Alright, so what do we need? We need to put some of these plants in there and see if we collide with them. And we also... What is this one? This is the baby face. Alright, let's get this one working. Okay. I think I'm going to go back and re-export this one as well, real quick. We're just going to hide that. We're going to hide all this shit. Hide all that shit. Actually, these are meant to be inside, so I think I'm going to bring the pot with it. So we're just going to grab all that shit with the baby face. That's looking good. We're going to go here and move it back to the center. Like that. Close enough, as long as it's like somewhat in the center. And I'm going to bring it up so the plant actually rests on the ground. Where's my fucking grid? Turn the grid on, you fucking bastard. There we go. And let's just go Control A and all transforms, and then we will... I didn't fuck anything up, did it? No, it looks great. It looks wonderful. We'll export GLTF, and we'll go to the baby face and include selected objects. We don't have any animations to bring over, so there we go. What do I do for a living? I ship packages, dude. I ship packages and I operate CNC equipment. I work at a small company, so I do like a multitude of things. I don't know. I had I've never really gotten any. I've done like some like commercial work with Godot, but it really didn't pay that well, and it didn't pay enough for me to like do my bills. So it's like it's better to run CNC equipment and like have that shit. What the fuck is this? What happened here? Let's try that again. We're just gonna grab this shit. Is it a curve? Is that why? But it's actually if I go to object, convert to mesh. Do we have modifiers on these or something? All right, we should be good now. Let's try that. What if I just, I'm going to join everything as well. Control J, why the fuck not? Oh, that's why the fuck not. All right, whatever. We're going to try this one more time. We're going to grab all this and export it, and then we're going to see what's up. Control A, all transforms, file, export, GLTF. We're going to copy it right over the top of here. We'll come back in. We're going to delete this one. And all right, it's looking good. Except for the maybe I didn't. Hold on, let me go back. We click on this. Yeah, I didn't put this on. Apply. All right. Now we'll grab all that shit. File, export, GLTF, babyface, export. And then we'll put it in and it should be fine. Cool. I don't know. Sometimes shit just gets fucked up along the way. So I'm basically just going to make this local, and I'm going to go to here. Can I just add like some type of surface, material, albedo? Let me save it as the baby face. Save. There we go. Let's I don't know, we might add an animation to that later, but for now we're just going to, I think I can, oh, sick, I don't even have to exit the scene again. That's nice. I used to have to exit the fucking scene every time and then reopen it, but now I can just save it, thank God. Godot really is coming a long way. Albedo, I should be able to change this, right? We just need to make it brown. Alright, whatever. Good enough. Perfect. So these are going to be inside the plants. These are like inside plants. So we're going to have these inside the houses in this area over here. So you got to go in there and fight the guys in there. Cool. So as far as combat, I'm still kind of deciding how it's going to work. Doing pure Morrowind combat right now, is that going to be fun for anyone? I kind of like it that way, but I don't know. And let's just get those plants in there. We also need to add the shit here. We need our collision shape in our area 3D, and we need our collision shape. It's got to be green for plants, like Captain fucking Planet. And we'll do a capsule shape, because why not? We'll bring it up, and we'll bring this out, and bring that up like this. Just like that. There we go, good enough. And we're gonna just call this baby face plant. I'll just call it baby face, why not? Save that shit. Okay, so we have no way to interact with anyone just yet. We got to go to shit and add in more shit and have a UI. We also need collision shapes on the characters that we can interact with so that we can actually talk to them. We need a whole lot of shit. And then we also need some type of stuff that shows on the screen that we're actually talking to someone. Let's take a look at the player UI and see what I even have. If we go to our 2D, all I have is this thing right here. We have our health bars, stamina bar, and magic bar. Except we're being, you know, edgy bad boys. It's flesh, faith, and spirit. As confusing as possible. I really want to annoy the player. I think I also need to come down here and we need to go to visibility and self-modulate and just turn that down a little bit so it's less visible. Cool. So what we got to do is add some type of right now we'll just add a panel. We're trying to get this quest hooked up, so I need like a panel where the text can appear down here. Maybe like with an image of the player. I mean, if you want to do it fully like Morrowind, it would be like more like this size, and then we have Let's just take a look at what we're going to do. Let me go Google Chrome. Hold on. New window. Let's look up Morrowind. I don't give a fuck, ad block. I'm not paying you any money. Morrowind UI. Let's look up some images. Cool. I'm trying to get one where they're talking to the motherfucker. Yeah, so this is essentially what I'm going for at first. Just this very simple. So we're going to have a panel over here, a panel up there, and probably some type of... Damn, this is so nostalgic. Look at that fucking screen, dude. What is that? 800 by 600? That's probably the actual resolution of the fucking Xbox. Probably less than that. Probably like 420 by 420 or some shit. Wonderful. But, yeah, I think we're going to do that type shit. So I'm just going to bring this over on the other screen, and then we're going to devise our plan here. We'll call this main panel. Main panel. We're going to have two panels inside of that. We're going to go panel and add another panel. Put this one right over here. I'm just going to do this the fastest way possible for right now. And if we have to come back and update some of this shit, we'll do it. But this is going to be our speech right here. So we'll say main text. Main text. This over here is going to be our... I guess this will be our options, because we're putting this on the other side. Options. We're going to attach this to the left side like that, and probably make it not the full width or whatever, but a good amount. We'll bring this back over here. I'm going to attach this one to the right side, and then we'll just bring it over a little bit, give it a little margin. We'll do the same over here. That should be good. Fuck it, and we'll go here and add another panel, and we'll put that one, we'll attach that one to the top, right? That would make the most sense. Put this here, so we'll have like their name, and we're gonna actually have like real fucking names. We're not gonna do like Aurelius Gabellius, Autonomous Retardicus, because I could never remember that shit in my head when I'm stoned playing the fucking game. It's like, go down to Dylan Eladane Lorenus's house. And it's like you get there, and there's like 4 houses, and they're like Sidious Laurenicus Elenavis, like fucking Latin shit. And you're like, dude, I can't remember these fucking names. That was how it worked with Morrowind. Okay, so we need... we're going to need text. We're going to need labels. We'll probably generate... we're going to need a rich text label. We'll do one for our main text. It's going to be at the top there. Actually, we'll probably just have it in the center and have it be... Let's just make it be the full rect, and then we'll bring it down a little bit. And we'll just say here, and I'm going to say fill this with the dialogue from the NPC. Options plus we'll add a it might be better honestly to add a item tree. What do we could do an item list. I think that might be the way to go, honestly. For right now, it'll be simpler in Godot for me to do it that way, and then I can make a custom UI node later and throw it in there. But for right now, an item list gives us like instant select features, so I'd rather do it that way. All right, so we have the item list for our options. We'll populate that. We're going to call this options list. Options list. And we're going to have our panel. We're going to have another rich text label. Rich text label. We'll do inspector, and we're going to have the BB code enabled for all these. So that should give us the ability to like put, you know, rich text in there. This is going to be cemented over here on this side. We'll make it somewhat longer, and we'll say name of NPC. And then we're going to make some type of thing over here. We need some type of disposition or whatever. I guess that's what we should do, basically, to go with, you know, this right here. Some type of disposition to tell how much we have with them. But for right now, I'm not going to worry about that, because we don't really even have that mechanic in the sheet. We don't even have an enemy player state really made that well, so we got to do all that shit first. Right now we're just doing the bare minimum here. And where are we going to fill this stuff from? Let's see if I actually have, if I go to my VS Code, we'll go here, and I don't want the codex, I want the open folder, Kingdom of Fate, open. There we go. There's an update available. I don't give a fuck. Damn it, I opened the wrong folder. How do I go up one? Fucking VS Code, dude. Open folder. I want the entire Kingdom of Fate. What do you fucking... So if I go here, I can close the player. Alright, now I have everything. Alright, fucking hell, man. Select Godot executable is invalid. Project.Godot. That's the only one I fucking have. I don't know what you want me to do. Reload VS Code. Reload. Oh, looks like it doesn't work again. Ignore. I don't give a fuck. Thank you. Thank you, VS Code. Very helpful. What the fuck was I even doing? Alright, we need to make some scripts for this. So I needed to check what we had. That's right. So we'll go back into VS Code. I think I was spitballing some ideas with ChatGPT. I think I have my... what is this? Oh, these are all the optimized castle shits. I need to go to my data folder. So I only have my wands and my weapons and my Friar Ron. I need more things in my data folder. Let's go back to ChatGPT, my only true friend. Where is my quest system design? All right, let's bring this over here. Oh, hold on. Bring this over here. All right, so the idea is we're going to have, if you've seen the other things that we do, we're basically going to have this in our data folder. It's going to have our quest. This is our first quest, Gather Herbs. It's given by the Bureau or whatever. 3 strange plants before we will sell you shit. The Seeing Cactus, the Leg Plant, and the Baby's Face. Collect the Baby's Face from the Western Valley across the rope bridge. It's going to unlock a merchant, and our status is not started. And then we'll flip this switch on there, or whatever. And we're going to have basically a auto load singleton that's going to manage our quests. So we'll have like active quests. We'll load them. We're probably going to make some way to just have a list of active quests in our journal. Morrowind never did that, but we're going to do it because we're cooler. Much smarter than Todd Howard. Anyway, Yeah, so I guess I'm gonna copy and paste a whole bunch of shit like last time, and we'll see just how it goes. And we'll basically do this. We're gonna have our quest manager singleton. We'll say start quest, and we'll just be prompted once we interact with the correct NPC. And then we'll have the completed objective. The NPC will have a check whenever we interact with them. It'll say, "Oh, this guy has the completed objective. He's got our herbs. He's got our shit." So that'll be that. Um, it's basically just checking the boolean here if that quest is completed on your data sheet. We could even we'll probably make some type of, when our character has a save file, it'll just have a big list of all the things it's completed, so we can just check through all those. Cool. I think what I'm going to do is take a quick break. I just have to use the bathroom real quick and do some other shit. But I'm going to leave the Godot screen playing. It's going to be super cool. We're going to close this real quick. I'm just going to let this play for a second. I got to start my fucking music back up again. Thank you, Artlist. Cool, here we go. So I'll just leave this playing so you can see the day-night cycle. Let me... I just have to close out of some other shit. All right, I'm back. Cool. Yeah, man. Rocking and rolling. All right. Oh, our inventory system also fucked up. We don't really have one. We need to fix that as well. Also, our enemies can damage us, but it's not really based off anything too good. It's just one collision box, and the collision box can hit us continuously over and over again, which really sucks for us because we'll die instantly. So, I do like the way these look, though. These mushrooms. I think they're pretty fucking sick, dude. Let me go back to restream so I can see all your wonderful comments. All right. Damn, I'm like I'm not feeling so good because I drank way too much coffee. And you know that feeling where you just start feeling really sick? It's really awesome. It feels great. So I got rid of this whole thing. What is this? Oh, that's for our performance overlay. That's right. That's so I can check the performance of the game. That has nothing to do with the stats or anything. Let's go back. Right here is what we're at. Nice. And then we were going to download this singleton. So let's go back into VS Code. I think all of our singletons we just put right in the like fucking heart of the project. We're going to look upon the heart and do the same thing. So let's just grab the Kingdom of Fate. We're going to make a new file. And it's going to be called, what is it? Quest Manager, right? Quest Manager.gd. And then we're going to have to make a new file in the, let's go, we're going to do this, and we're going to go to, where is GPT? Here we go. We're going to put this over here. Nice. Wonderful. Cool. What are we going to do? We're going to save that. There we go. Let's get rid of that. Nice. We got a quest manager. The next thing we need is our actual quest JSON, and this will help us structure new quests. Basically just going to be a JSON. I guess this is the name of the thing, and then we can just keep adding to this, so that'll be cool. We got to go to our data. We got to go new file, and this one will be just quests.json. There we go. And we're gonna save that in there. Control V, I mean. So that should now be ironclad. Should be perfect. Cool. We're gonna have to add some shit to the viewer to get it to work. So let's go to. If I go to my castle, do we even have a scene? I think we're just bringing in his model. I don't even think he has a actual TSCN. Yeah, we click on him, and then I navigate to where he is. All we have in here is the GLB. There's no actual TSCN behind him. So I think what we're going to do is make a actual TSCN. But I'm debating, do we just bring in the whole little house? Probably not worth it at this time. We're just going to put him right here, and he's going to tell you to go across the bridge, use the teleporter, and then go into the village and fight these guys over here and get their plants or whatever. We basically need that weed. We really, really do. Speaking of which, DSP has not received enough donations today. If you could go to DSP's stream and laugh at him and mock him and throw pennies at him, that would be really fucking funny. There was some guy named like something pennies, and he was giving Phil like 1 cent donations today, and that made Phil rage. I saw that in the Kino Casino chat, and I was like, hell yeah. Damn, I wish DSP didn't ban me. I gotta make another account to go mess with him. I'm still unbanned on YouTube on DSP, so I can still talk to him there. 3D scene, we're gonna call this NPC Bureau. NPC Bureau. Perfect. And we'll bring in the Bureau, I guess. There we go. We gotta put let's say make local. We're gonna save it, and we're gonna have to make a new folder. Oh, we have an NPC. We have this. We're actually gonna save it in here. Average WWE Championships enjoyer. Yeah, I've never watched wrestling in my life because I always thought it was like retarded. But I think Phil is like their exact audience. I don't think. Yeah, I don't. I don't know, dude. It's insane. Yeah, I hope he makes $1 million. How's Ricada doing? Ricada's more interesting than Phil. We just have that one action. Okay, cool. So we need to add a collision shape. We need to add an area. And a collision shape. Cool. And I guess we'll just do yeah, I guess a capsule. Why the fuck not? We'll bring it up. And we'll expand it out to be more like that. That way, at least when the player's looking at him, they can interact with him. That makes sense. Yeah. So, and what I was thinking about doing is having the, so the, like, MacGuffin, the thing you gotta grab from the temple, the reason you're gonna be there, I was gonna have it be, like, the Seal of Solomon. I guess the whole story I'm kind of working with is, like, you're some type of, like, holy man sent by the Vatican or the local church or whatever to go and reclaim the Seal of Solomon from the demon temple. I think that's pretty sick. We're going to have a bunch of biblical references, stuff like that. I don't know. I don't think people will take it too seriously. It's not supposed to be. But Ricada is doing the right thing by making people wonder how he is doing instead of giving the casino and Maddie more content. Yeah. Yeah, I guess Ricada could just be like taking care of his family, which is, you know, good. But yeah, we'll add a script onto here. We're gonna call it that. We'll create it, and that should bring it in here. We don't need anything on the delta. Cool. We just need to know when our we'll just add this to a group. We're going to add it to the group NPCs. So we're going to go node group NPC. Nice. So cool. And we're going to call this a Bureau area. Bureau area. I don't know if we should add this. I'm thinking maybe we should add this to like NPC collision and then have this be the actual NPC, but that wouldn't make any sense. Because we'll just check the collision and then get the parent of it. So we'll know what NPC we're interacting with. Cool. So we basically need to get this information back to our player and back to our this thing right here. So let's just add some stuff in here. We could load this from a JSON. For right now, we're not going to. We're going to say on ready var name, and that's going to equal like we'll just call it Bureau for right now. What do you have a problem with? I didn't say anything wrong. What the fuck is wrong with this? Member name redefined. Oh, yeah, I guess that would make sense. We're going to call this NPC name. Thank you, Godot. Thank you for correcting me. On ready var. I guess we'll just put main text equals we're gonna say hello, my name is Slim Shady Chicka Chicka, my name is what the fuck are we gonna say? Hey man, what's up? I'm looking. I'm the worst fucking typer in the world, dude. I'm looking for some herbs. Can you hook me up? And we gotta test our system somehow, so this one is gonna be highlighted. So we gotta have like, how the fuck does it work? Let me ask ChatGPT real quick, and he'll give me a rundown. How does BB code work on rich text labels? Oh, I always forget. It's like you put like fucking parentheses or some shit around stuff. Nice. Okay, so we're gonna bold those. Okay, yeah, thank you. So this is gonna be bolded. So B, and then it should be like a B with a question mark, right, to end it. Dash B, what am I thinking? I just like fucking retarded that in my brain all of a sudden. Yeah, it just shares no convention with any other language you've ever seen. You just make it up on the spot. Good idea, John. There you go. Dash B, right? And that should be bolded now. Nice. And we'll do up here, I think I can do like color. Color equals red, right? Let's take a look. I'm pretty sure. Color equals gold, yeah. And color, awesome. So color, and then it goes on the front or the back. Prefix or suffix, I believe it's prefix, right? Yes, prefix. Nice. Okay, so then we need to say we got to make at onReady var options, and this is actually going to be a list, probably a dictionary, and we'll have like herbs. Dashes are used in startup configs on Steam and probably elsewhere. Yeah, I'm just thinking about how it is in like what is it when it's called fucking web development and shit. It's like yeah, you'd have like div, and then you'd have like, you know, div like that, and then you'd have all your shit inside there. So it's basically the same as HTML. It just feels weird doing it with the brackets on it. That's good. More caffeine. I didn't even mean to do that. I did that on instinct alone. Herbs. So now we need the whatever the fuck we're gonna say when we ask about the herbs, and we're gonna be like, oh, I need. So let's take a look at our quests here. So we need to get this information as well. Oh man, so I guess the ID here we could use as the thing. We need the description. I think we're gonna need some dialogue in here, so we're gonna need like I'm actually gonna ask ChatGPT to do it for me, just because I don't really have a good understanding. Well, I guess I kind of want to do it like objectives, right? I want to have this type structure right here for a JSON, and we can do it like that. I'm not really familiar with JSONs as well, so I think I'm going to do it that way. You're basically, you can make lists or dictionaries, it looks like. So we make a list, and then you make, I guess these are objects instead of dictionaries though, but they work the same way. They're basically unnamed dictionaries, aren't they? And you're just using the ID. I think so, yeah. So we could copy this and paste it, right? And instead of having objectives, we want to have options. We want to have main text. We're gonna load everything from this. Shit, that's not a good idea, because this is a quest thing, and we need to load like from our NPCs. I guess what we should do is have our NPCs load from a file. Am I overcomplicating that? We shouldn't have another fucking JSON for the fucking NPCs. All we need here, let's undo that. Instead of options, what do we need here? We just need the dialogue. So I'm going to call this dialogue. That makes more sense. Dialogue. Is that how you spell it? I have no fucking idea. Doesn't matter. Not a big deal. And so we'll make an ID, and the ID will be this is where it gets complicated. So I'm thinking the flow is going to be, our character is clicking on the NPC. There's going to be some original dialogue, which will probably come from our NPC, right? It's going to be like, hey man, what's up? I'm looking for some herbs. And then what we want, I think what I'm going to try and do is have this be the code word. So this will be the same one here, and then on our quest here, we'll say herbs. So we'll say ID herbs. And what we can do is we're going to say on ready, we'll say check quests. Check quests, just like this. And what we'll do is make that down here. Check quests. And I'm going to say pass for right now, but we're going to leave a comment that says we'll go through our quest JSON looking for the NPC name to match to itself, to be contendered. Yeah, so that's what it's going to do. We'll check the quests. Quest will be checked. So we got to add that here. And let me just go to Cool. What I'm going to do is finish this real quick. So we have herbs, and then we do actually need these two. So we have our objectives and the text. Let me duplicate that, put that in here, and this needs to be whatever, should be okay, right? I don't fucking know. Instead of baby's face, it's going to be this one right here, actually. So we'll just copy and paste, because this is going to be another thing you could click. We're going to have this in the options menu. So the dialogue, all of these are going to be things that are going to appear on the right side. These are going to be in the this is going to populate over here. Those will be our options. This we'll get from the NPC script. And then we can also populate the red text that actually progresses the shit from this stuff over here. So that is a good way to do it. We can start the quest, we can end the quest, and we're not pulling all the information from the fucking JSON every time, just the dialogue and the stuff that we need, and we're going to load that on the interaction, the startup. I don't know if that makes any fucking sense to anyone but myself, but herbs, eggplant, leg plants, baby's face, sea and cactus, and we just need to grab this text. And we'll go here and put that there. And let's take a look at our quest manager. Complete objective, start quest, load quest. We just get all of the shit, quest.data. We're going to get his text, load quests, awesome. So we'll just print quests down here, right? Can I just print data? And we'll say here is the quest data. There we go. All right. That's looking good. Let's go back to our quest JSON. So these are the things we can click on. We'll add one like, who are you? Just to double check that this works. But that really shouldn't be in the in this thing here. Let's do this. We'll just save that. These are the ones that are necessary for the quest, and then we're going to go to our NPC and we're going to say optional flavor text. On ready var, and this will be we'll just call it flavor options. Why not? Flavor options. And this will just be a dictionary, and we'll have the option like who are you, and then we'll have some text like don't worry about that, it's not important. Very mysterious, very spooky. I spent a lot of time thinking about that. You know, people can add their own lore implications. So don't worry about that. It's not important. So we can add these flavor options in after we check on the other options. We have our main text that's going to display when we first go in. We're going to have to, when we check the quests, we're going to go quest manager. Oh, I didn't put it as a singleton yet. We got to do that. Let's go back to our Godot project, project settings, input map, globals. We'll go to the motherfucker. Where is it? Why do I not see it? Maybe I saved it in the wrong place. VS Code quest manager .gd. Where's, oh, it saved it in the player. We're gonna move this. We gotta go into Godot and move that. That's a bad idea to move it here. I don't know. It could be. I have no fucking idea. Let's go to my player. And we'll grab the, where is it? Quest manager. We're gonna say move. We want to move it straight to the res folder. Move. Cool. There we go. Now we have it down there and we can add that shit in. We'll go to project, project settings, globals, quest manager, open that shit up, add that shit in. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. Actually, we have to close that because Godot's a fucking asshole and it doesn't like two windows open at the same time. Okay, so we have our collision here. We have our quest manager. We got to go back to our, what's the problem? There you go. Now it's saved. Thank you. Oh, shit. Saved in the wrong spot. Yeah, we'll move that one to the trash. And then now we only have the good one. Cool. There we go. This is the one we want. Same fucking file. Nice. Hopefully I didn't fuck up my whole project. Should be okay. What do we want to do? We want to, I guess we just got to try this out. We're getting it from here. So we're basically going to, I got to figure out how I'm going to grab this, and then we're going to grab that and populate our shit here. So check quest, we're going to say quest manager dot load quests. And if I go there, we just are getting our data folder. Perfect. So I don't have to do any, I don't have to pass in any file access or whatever. It's going right to where we need to go. That's going to be easy for our shit right now. It's got to be an uppercase D though. We've got a big D. So let's go here, load quests, and that should print everything and we'll see what happens there. So we can just go to castle and load this and we'll see what happens, and it should load and we should get our shit, and if so then I can populate it once we go over there and click on it. We'll actually move this from the ready function to when the character interacts, so I'm going to leave a comment. Move from the ready to the interaction. No reason to load before needed. There we go. I think that'll do it. We'll not do it, but I think that'll get it going. Let's go back to Godot and we'll just run the castle scene again. I forgot to exit that out, but let's see. We're gaining faith. We are printing everything. Here is the quest data. So it's a dictionary, the gather herbs, gathering the herbs, awesome. I'm just looking at this shit. So we have a dictionary. We need, if I get the dialogue, it gets a list. So let's try that. We're going to say, go here. We probably should return something, right? if I go to my quest manager, how do I get, oh, get quest. Okay, so quest ID. Nice. So we'll have the quest ID on, let me go back to my quest right here. We're going to grab this gather herbs. The ID is, I guess, this. It doesn't matter because they're both the same. So we're going to add that to our bureau. We're going to say at on ready var npc quests equals, and we'll just put that in there. And we could have like multiple of these. We could have like gather herbs 2, you know, because there's always a secondary fetch quest. So that'll be nice. That'll be cool. Oh shit, dude. How long have I been doing this? An hour and 41 minutes. Oh, it feels like a lot longer. All right. Damn, what are we doing? NPC quest, gather herbs. So when we do this, instead of load quest, we want to do get quest. Get quests, and we're going to add the NPC quests 1, NPC quests, and the first index in there. And I'm going to add a thing here, and then we're going to say loop through this later. Yeah, loop through this later for all quests and shit. ... And we'll get rid of this pass statement because it does absolutely nothing. And we're going to get rid of this. I am going to leave myself a comment up here. We're going to say, so the NPC has a list of IDs of its quest and some starter dialogue. The quests are then to be loaded and data used as necessary. The flavor text will just be on the NPC script. For now. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Okay. I think that'll do it. That'll at least help me remember. Let's just check this. Nice. Oh, get quests. Yeah, let's just try that. All right, let's go back to Godot. We gotta stop it and run it again from the top. Cool, and we can just load the bureau to check it. All right, gather herbs, ID, gather herbs. Here is the quest data. So what we'll do, nice, so we actually do have that. So we need, let's see, the description will probably go to our journal. The dialogue right here, we're going to go through those and add them to our options, and the objectives and stuff we're going to just keep track of. We really can get rid of some of that stuff. and the unlock and stuff like that, we really don't need any of that. That's just kind of here, and the status, we'll just change this to started. So, and then I guess we'll save that somewhere. Let me ask real quick. I'm interested. So with the current system for the quests, are you updating the what do you fucking call it? The not started variable on the JSON after completion or start of the quest. Let's see if it even remembers. Great question. The JSON is never changed during play. It's treated as a static template. Okay. These will always have not started as a baseline reference. Cool. So there's really no reason to have them. Yeah, so if I wanted persistence, I'd save it to the player. That's exactly what I was kind of expecting. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. So instead of updating, we're never going to change the not started here. We're just going to leave it there. We're probably not even going to read it. We'll just check from our file, and if it's not in our player file, then we'll know. Cool. So I'm going to take a break real quick. I just have to use the bathroom again. I've been drinking way too much coffee. I'm going to play the game again and just leave that shit on the screen. But yeah, I think we can get this coded today. Oh, fucking piece of shit, motherfucker. Let's go to the player. Hide the main panel. Motherfucker, I hit the wrong shit again. Exit game, castle. Alright, but yeah, I'm pretty enthusiastic about this game. I think I can maybe get it completed within the next, like, few months or whatever, at least for, like, a little trial demo version. Once I get this quest on, I guess the main thing that I'm going to be working on next is getting this guy to attack us with spells and some shit. Yeah, and I think that'll do well. We're basically going to instruct the player to go over this bridge, go up the teleporter, teleport to the city over here, and then there'll be a bunch of guys like him in the city and a bunch of the plants this guy needs. We'll grab all of our plants, we'll come back with the teleporter, report back to him, and he'll give us, you know, some seal to open the next gate or some other bullshit to advance the story. But yeah, I'm gonna go back here where everything looks cool. Also, I think we can break these. Yeah, there we go. Let's see. Yeah, we can break them. Is this guy stalking us now? He is. Can we damage him? I don't think we can. Yeah, we can't, but he just killed us. So right now he just does a standard amount of damage every time he hits us, but we need to... I don't know if we're going to go with like Morrowind mechanics where it, like, you know, does a different amount of damage every time and we have rolls. That's what we have coded for our character. So I'm probably going to do that for this other character. We're probably going to go with full-on Morrowind combat. I don't see why not. I mean, I know a lot of people don't like that where you miss a bunch of your shots or whatever, but I kind of thought that was cool. I don't know. I guess we'll maybe do two different ones where you just... we'll say can miss and can't miss, and we'll have that as a toggle. So it'll be like if you want just no nonsense, everything hits, we'll do it the other way. Yeah. I'm just going to leave this on the screen. I'm going to mess around with some OBS. BRB. Let me get my fucking art list going. There we go, and I'll be right back. Sorry. All right, we're back in all of our horrible audio glory. All right, dude. Fucking back in the game, dude. Oh, yeah, I found this thing. It looks kind of like a soul gem from fucking Morrowind. It's pretty sick. I think I got it from when I was a kid, and we found this like shit at a yard sale or some rock shop or something. But yeah, I found it and I was like, damn, it looks just like a soul gem from Morrowind. Alright, so back to the fucking game. Back to the real shit. The shit that really matters. What we want to do is what is the problem here? Function block during in-out single. Break area. Oh, this is for the this is for the barrels. I'm not going to worry about the barrels right now. They are the least of our priorities. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Alright. Get quests. Check quests. Awesome. So we need some type of... we're going to need some type of loop. So we'll say var. This does return it, right? If we say get quest, it's definitely gonna return it. Yeah, it returns it. I'm not an idiot. We'll just say var quest quest data equals. What's the problem here? Probably that we're just not using it, and then we're going to say for data in quest data, we're going to say print data, and I guess we'll have probably a match data as well. So if it is, let's just take a look at the JSON. Can I do it like this? I can. Awesome. And then we'll go. Where's our thing? How do I scroll? Oh, I can scroll. Damn, I never knew that. That's why we love VS Code. So what do I need now? I need the Bureau. NPC Bureau. Here we go. Sorry. So I'm matching what? I'm matching the fucking IDs over here. Let's say title. Title. We're just going to print here. Here is your title. And we'll then print the data title, right? Is this how we want to do it? That should do it, right? Let's see. We can just run the NPC real quick. Run the fucker. Title on base array. Oh, it's a string. Let's see. If we print the data, let's take a look. We did print the data. Here's the output. Let me take a look real quick. I'm going to ask ChatGPT. When you grabbed the, what is it called? When you get the quest data from the JSON with get quests, can you return it as a dictionary instead of a text string? Yes. Oh, it is a dictionary. Hold on, let me just take a look at the fucking file. I thought you returned it as a... where the fuck is it? Maybe I could open it over here too. Quest manager. When we actually get the quest, if we have the quest ID, we return the active quest ID, and the active quest is thank you for doing it the most confusing way fucking possible. I enjoy that. Now, when you call updated, so here's a cleaned up version. All right, let's do this. And when I call quest manager get quests, I'll get an actual dictionary. Cool. Nice, perfect. I don't need to actually be good at coding. I just need to be able to copy and paste. All right, let's give that a shot. And otherwise, I fucked it up on my own, and I can't really blame ChatGPT for that. I could just be trying to access the wrong value. Yeah, on base type of string. Print data. Oh, let's try gather herbs. gather herbs title, because we have to grab, we got to tell it to get this one first. We got this dictionary. We got to say, hey, on the gather herbs, grab the title. We should be good to go now, dude. I'm a fucking genius. I'm the chosen programmer. I've managed to not only get a title from a... What the fuck do you mean, dude? What are you talking about? Let's see. Here is quest data. Here is... Oh, I think that's actually not printing out from the same location. I'm a fucking idiot. Let's go back to the quest manager real quick. And we're going to hide this. We don't care about that shit anymore. We just needed to know that it's being loaded correctly, which it is, and we want this. If that's not printing out, then we know we have a fucking problem. So let's just go back to our script, and we'll make it even simpler. Goblin, stop scratching at the door. Sorry, my cat's being annoying. Alright, what do we got to do here? We got to go to NPC. We get the quest, and then we're just going to print data. Actually, I'm just going to print the quest data. We'll just make sure it's working like I thought it was. I was doing this the wrong way. Print quest data. And we'll say from NPC quest data. Data. There we go. Let's see how that works for us. Nice. So that actually loaded, and we have all this shit. Okay, so gather herbs from NPC quest data. Okay, yeah, now we're actually using it correctly. We pass in the gather herbs title. So now we should be able to do something like this, right? I can now do like ID. And it'll get its own ID. Let's try that now. There we go. Okay, so I'm not as big of an idiot as I was about 10 seconds ago. I don't know how I was fucking that up so bad. All right. Damn, dude. All right. Holy shit, I'm really fucking tired, even though I slept all day. It's called depression. I don't fucking know. I probably need to eat more food. I've only had ramen noodles today. But I just want to work on this, really. Quest. I get so little time to work on my actual projects that it's like, you know, you have to spend every second making it count. What am I doing? We gotta say, we're gonna print data. Let's just do that. And is that gonna get all the keys? I think I can do dot keys, right? And we'll say keys. Captain keys. We gotta go save them. It's Halo 3. Wake up, dude. It's 2006, man. We gotta go grab some Monster energy drinks. Nice. ID, title, giver, description, dialogue, objectives, reward, status. So, alright, now we can do our match statement. So, match. Title. We're just going to do passes for all these. And I'm going to save all these. Nice. So we probably don't need a lot of these, honestly. The giver, not going to be useful. The description, we might not even need. I think the dialogue is what we need, right? Fuck. Sorry, I might have to go get some food in a minute. I feel like shit. Okay, so we're gonna match the data. So we're basically matching the keys. I'm gonna call this keys. They keep falling. Bam, we'll slam that in here and slam that there and put a hashtag right there. All right. Oh shit, we shouldn't be coding in here. Damn, I'm just going to Control C and we'll go to VS Code. Oh, I guess it updated. We'll save that there. Awesome. Cool, whatever. It doesn't matter. Title. So the dialogue, we're gonna say for. Let's take a look at what the dialogue actually is. We gotta print the whole thing again. All right, let's do it. Let's say print quest data, and we'll just say QD quest data. Let's run that shit. All right, QD. What exactly are we trying to do here? We are trying to sorry, I completely lost my train of thought. I'm just thinking about food. I'm thinking about going and getting a fucking rotisserie chicken from the fucking Food Lion. My favorite food. Alright, we got our quests, we got our dialogue. Oh, that's right, I needed to see what the dialogue was. So if I go to our dialogue, it's a list. ID. So I guess we'll say for items in quest data keys print items item. Alright, so that should print all of our dialogue now, and I'm gonna hide this to see if it works. Awesome, it does work. For item, print item, ID, herbs, text, collect the seeing eye plants, eggplant text. So the way this works is this is going to be the thing that pops up on our right on our options menu that we can actually interact with the guy for. And these are going to be, I mean, all these are. And then the text will be what shows up in the main text whenever we click on it. So this is going to be very simple. We're going to have to add more shit to it. But I think for now I'm just going to have to take off because I'm just so fucking tired. I gotta go get some fucking food. I might be back on tonight. I'm not sure. I'll definitely be working on it more tonight. Whether I'll stream it, I'm not sure. But I think everyone can kind of see how it works now. We're gonna say dialogue. Whatever. I'll figure it out when I get back. I'm too fucking hungry to do anything. I'm just gonna walk through the project one more time, just to show people what's up. So we are doing like a Morrowind type thing. We have some enemies over here. We have this guy who's going to be giving us our first quest. The one that we're working on, he's going to be telling us to get some potions from the village over there. We'll get some plants to make potions. These are going to be our first enemies that we fight, the Blemmies. They're going to be beating the shit out of us in that village and casting spells. This guy is also going to cast some spells at us. He's going to be in the village. We have our sun over there. We're working on a day-night cycle. We have a moon over there, which is going to look sick. I'm not sure if the moon and sun cycle is going to sync up with the quests or whatever. We have some magic wands. That's going to be our spells. So each wand is going to have like a certain amount of spells you can use with it. So it's not going to be one-to-one Morrowind type stuff, but you probably won't raise your hands to cast a spell. You'll raise your wand. We have an axe, and we also have a sword, and we have those bars down there, which are our faith and our spirit and our flesh. We're going to be a monk sent to this priory to... Not priory, it's going to be... This will probably be some ancient abandoned temple or some shit, some castle or something, but we have to return the Seal of Solomon back to our monastery. So we got to go in here, chop up all the demons, and get the Seal of Solomon, bring it back home. That'll help us entrap all the demons and free the world. That's the idea of this game. So, and we're doing everything kind of Morrowind style-esque. This is going to be the startup area over here, just so we can see some more of the map. We have this. I got to work on the ocean. Looks pretty shitty over here. I don't know. I might even have this be a whole another separate area. We're kind of wasting the space having it be water. But I kind of wanted to funnel the player very quickly into the other area. Yeah, so we have this area over here where I want to have some targets for the player to learn how their attacks work and all that shit. And then this is just like a wide ass open area. We got some trees being instanced. We have the sun over there, and you can see those mountains are never meant to be walked on. They're just outside the bounds. We have our moon over here. It's a pretty big scene for Godot. If we're looking at the FPS, it's kind of down. But it's about double this when I'm not streaming. So after I fucking optimize it a little bit, I think we can get it working to a reasonable degree. Right now the sun takes about an hour to complete its full thing, and it doesn't do a full rotation or whatever. It just goes over there and then it kind of halts. So my idea is to maybe have it go over there and then set, and then the moon will be over here rising and then coming back over, and then we'll have the sun kind of sneak under the map and go back over there, and then have it just kind of repeat over and over again every hour. I just have to turn the light off when it gets over there, otherwise it blasts from inside the map and lights up everything, which is pretty funny. Yeah, but this is probably what I'll be working on for the foreseeable future. I'm pretty hyped about this. I think I can probably get this into some type of workable thing in the next, I always say 6 months or whatever, and whatever. But this is we're just keeping the scope very small. Let's go over here and see if we can get... I don't think we have collision in this area yet, but we can kind of try. We'll get up close to the sun. Let me close that. So my idea is to have like boss fights and stuff, but instead of having the boss fight arena be in this giant big area, we're gonna like use doors, or like over here I have a well. So you'll jump into the well down there instead of like, you know, fighting the boss in this area over here. Do we have, oh, we have no collision. We're going straight through. But yeah, that's probably it for tonight. I'm just, I gotta go eat some food. But peace out later, y'all. Thanks for coming by. If you want, there's a Discord server. It's just, I post shit there about how I'm updating the game. Feel free to come there and log me about it or whatever. But yeah, peace out later, y'all. I'm gonna head out for now.